What's up guys, welcome to Royal Visuals. If you're new here, my name's Matt. If you're not, then welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about speed ramping. I'm going to show you how and when to use it in a video to give your videos a little bit more flair and just give it a little bit more dynamic, cinematic kind of feel to it. So we will jump straight into Premiere Pro now and I'll show you how that's done. So welcome to Premiere Pro. So we'll get started on this speed ramping. So what you need to do is load your clips into Premiere Pro. It should be similar to the alternative editing suites out there, but for this instance we'll be using Premiere Pro. So you got your two clips, and what you need to do first is you will have them set like this. So what you need to do is just make this a little bit bigger. This will help you to see the speed ramping a bit better and your keyframes. So we shall click here. So what you need to do first, after you've made this section bigger, is right click, show keyframes, and then time mapping speed. And do that for both. Okay, and it should go like this. So from here you will have on your top left is the time mapping and speed, and here you can keyframe. So what we want to do is here we've got the glass spinning into frame. So that's quite quick. So what we need to do is here is we want to slow it down a little bit. So as I said, if it's in 100 so this works best in 60 frames per second and above. 120 frames per second even better. 240 again even better, but let's say most cameras have 60 or above, or should do. Even mobile phone cameras, so you should be able to do this if you've recorded on a mobile phone. So let's get started. So what we want is we want this to slow down as it slides into shot there. Okay, so what we'll do is go over to your keyframe, add keyframing. You just need to click that and that will add a keyframe right here, and you need to go to the end of the clip. So we'll do that. So we'll go to the start. So let's just cut this. So we'll zoom in on this. So that's where we start the keyframe. So if we go to where we want it to come in, so let's say here, and we can have it about here. So okay, so this is how we can work out what you need, what percentage you need to slow down to get the perfect slow motion. 60 frames per second, then you need to slow it down by 40%. If you're at 80 frames per second, slow it down to 30. If you're at 96 frames per second, slow it down to 25. If you're at 100 frames per second, slow it down to 24. And for this instance, which is 120 frames per second, you need to slow it down by 20%. This is from a website, premiumbeats.com, and I shall link this web page to get these values in the description below. So if you want to check that out after, then it'll say it helped me out, and I assume it'll help you out too. So what we need to do is we need to slow this down. So when you've got your keyframes, both your start and end, you can grab this line in the middle and then just pull that down to 20%. Okay, brilliant. Bear in mind that if you have got this and you have got clips that are behind this, that are next to this one, then it will cut off this bit, so just be wary to move the clips out of the way so you can see your whole clip when it's slowed down. So let's start that from the beginning. You can see when it's slowed down. Okay, so we'll start that from the beginning. You can see when it slows down. Okay, so that's your speed ramp to slow down. So to make this look a bit smoother, you've got two little tabs each side of this dotted line. So what you can do is just pull the right one, and then that will give your ramp a little bit more of a smoother transition, and you can do it on the way out as well. So again, we can just bring that to there, bring that to there. It's brilliant. So what this will do, this will ease it in a bit more. And as well as that, as if you click back on here, you've got this, and then you can make it a little bit more, rather than that, so you can alter it even more. So I'll give it a bit more of a curve, and you can do the same to this one. So just grab that, spin that around to how you desire. Sometimes just a little bit trial and error, what works, what doesn't. So you can drag that out a bit more so we can see that. And if it doesn't quite fit, or that one's a little bit off, so what you can do is just drag this along and that'll change. So there we go, exactly how we want it. Okay, so that's the first clip. That's how you can slow down, and you can even go one step further. Okay, so that is your speed ramp slowing down. So what we'll do now is we'll grab this next clip, and I'll show you how to speed ramp up. So what we can do here is, so for this one, we can get this bit here. We can collect the sleeve ski. Here we can select the keyframe on time remapping and just select the bit we want to speed up. So let's say we want to there, and then from there to there we want that as well. So we've got 3 keyframes. So here we want this bit sped up, so rather than pulling it down, you pull this up, and they say the higher the percentage, the quicker it's going to go. So let's go to 200 at the moment. You can see how that looks. Okay, if we bring that to 300. Okay, so that looks again. So that's 300% faster. And then say if you've got something that you really want to speed up, you can send it up to 400 or 500. And again, so that'll be a lot faster. So there we go. And you can even add the speed ramping into slow motion as well. So to make it a bit more dynamic, you can get this one and then drop this down to 20. So what you'll get here, there we go. So again, with what we did with the slow motion is you can move these along so it gives you a bit more of a slope so it isn't such a harsh cut to going forward to going to the quicker speed or lower speed. And click that again, and so you can just move that, which will give it a little bit drop off, a little bit more smoother transition as well. So we can do that. And we can see how that looks. So we'll see how that looks. See, that's probably a little bit too quick, so what we can do is we can drop this down to 400, and this is just a trial and error with your own clip to see what works best. Sometimes you can 200, 250, 300 can work better. Sometimes if it's you can push it up a bit more if you really want that punch. What's really good with this speed mapping is you can link clips together, so you can ramp up the speed in one clip into the next and then slow it back down, and vice versa. This really gives your video a really good dynamic feel, and kind of makes it a little bit more interesting when you can speed up, slow down different clips. So if you're rushing through a town with loads of people, speed it up, and then if you then go through an arch and it goes to some beautiful bit of architecture for the light, then you can slow it down and unveil the glory of that, which is really cool for like travel videos. You can also make it dynamic for product videos like this one, adventure videos, if you want to go into something that's quite quick and flowing, if it's like an action, and then slow it down for a cool piece of that clip and then speed it back up. It adds really good dynamics to the video. So this is a really simple and easy to do in Premiere Pro. We'll head out of Premiere Pro and I'm back to the camera. So welcome back. I hope you enjoyed this little speed ramping tutorial. It's a really quick and easy thing to do, and if you're new to filmmaking or video making, this is really good to make your videos that just a little bit sharper and dynamic, and is really useful. And say the more you use it, the more you can use it in different ways. So if you enjoyed this video, then please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more of this content. We do a tutorial every Thursday, and leave a comment below, let me know what you think of this video, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.